Hey, it's the Empire, GYPSY Empire, back for boxing. Now, man, insane news, man, insane news. They're saying this fight could happen not in the U.S. but in the U.K., man. They say it could happen in a foreign country, and one of those foreign countries is the U.K. Now, if you guys didn't know, man, Tyson Fury has many promoters, but one of his promoters is this guy called Deboeuf. It's a really weird name, I know, right? It's Todd Deboeuf, right? And I'll give you a link in the description, but he says, and I quote, "Depending on the situation, the trilogy could head off to another state or even another country, according to top-ranked president Todd Deboeuf, who co-promotes Fury." This is the quote. Does the UK or US recover quicker? In the US, will the hotspots like New York or California recover? What parts of the world will this pandemic be under control? Deboeuf told Sky Sports, "This is all connected to the global healing which dictate the locations that will do all events in. The wheels are in motion for Fury and Wilder's third fight. We put our flag on the ground for a date, hoping that between now and then the dust has settled and we're all working to a system that tests and improved. We have to be nimble and flexible to see how this plays out because there's a lot of uncertainty. The new normal will be established eventually. Everyone is champing at the bit." So there you guys have it, man. You guys can read the rest of the article. A lot of quotes. But Todd Deboeuf, he basically says that this fight could happen in the UK. Now, from what I understand, Tyson Fury does not have a UK license, so he cannot fight in the UK. But according to this guy, one of the promoters of Tyson Fury said it can happen in the UK. So this is shocking news, man. A lot of times when an epidemic happens, the rules are laxed on, and they might be able to make this fight happen in the UK because this is not a normal circumstance, right? Usually the rules change in an epidemic. They always pass new laws and they bend the rules in the epidemic. Things are more lax. Now this is wild, man. This being in the UK would be massive for Tyson Fury. He got the biggest win of his career, beating Deontay Wilder. But there's a lot of speculation on how he won the fight, and him to do it in the UK would be massive for his career. Just to fight there, period. This would be the first big fight he ever had in the UK. All of his biggest fights were not in his home country. He's always fighting abroad. Biggest fight, Vladimir Klitschko was fought in Germany. And same thing with Deontay Wilder fighting in America. So will Tyson Fury have all the cards? It's looking like it, man, because they're already talking about it being in the UK, right? They're already saying that they're trying to be nimble and they're trying to lax the rules and try to get something done to make it happen in the UK. And from this article, it seems like it's possible, right? Because why would you mention the UK if you know he can't fight in the UK? It's either this guy's incompetent or he knows something that we don't know, right? I'll link it in the description, man. It's really shocking news. I can't believe this guy talked about the fight happening in the UK. I didn't think it was possible, but it's looking possible, man. It's looking possible. And this can completely change the dynamics of the fight because, like I said, man, fighting in your home country is a dual-edged sword. In one hand, you have the fans cheering for you and everything, and on the other hand, you're expected to perform. You're expected to put on a show. And Tyson Fury, while he's a great defensive fighter, sometimes can he be too defensive? Sometimes could he, be too, he tried to put in a persona. His persona in the ring is he's a defensive fighter, and he doesn't really get hit too much. Will he try to do that too much, or will he try to be someone he's not and be aggressive? Either way, him being too defensive or too offensive could be a bad look for Tyson Fury if he tries to do it for the fans' sake instead of boxing in the ring and being focused. So this is a really big deal, man. There's pros and cons to the way, obviously, if this fight happens in the UK, and it can be for either fighter. All the pressure could be on Tyson Fury to perform after beating Deontay Wilder in such a devastating fashion. You really can't top what he did the second time, and Deontay Wilder, basically all the pressure will be off him because he'd be fighting in a foreign country. I mean, there's no pressure on the guy to perform. You seen how it happened in the second fight, So that being said, man, this is a really big deal. I'm shocked this happened, and let me know how you guys feel about it. I think it's a big deal. People need to be talking about it. This is the president of Tyson Fury and one of the co-promoters of Tyson Fury saying that this fight can happen in the UK, whichever recovers first. Shocking stuff. They even talk about fighting in foreign countries. Wild stuff, man. Let me know how you guys feel about it, though. I think this is a big news. People need to be talking about it. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. GYPSY Empire. Bitch.